How did this end up in my collection? Oh, hey there, guys! Thanks for tuning in. Welcome back to Icelandic Psycho. Today I wanted to go over my thought process on when I go through my collection and how I decide on what to get rid of. Because, I don't want to own every film, and sometimes I want to have more space for things that I really want to own. But for us collectors, the real answer to that is just to get, another shelf, right? Yeah, obviously I'm going to do that, sometimes in the future, but I still want my collection to represent what I want to own. So what do? Well, I go through all of my movies, and my thought process is sort of like, do I need to own this film? Well, you really do need to own some films, don't you? That is how it is. Yeah, that is really how it is. So let's just go through these films that I have decided not to own.
How'd that get in there?
And I guess you will see my thought process through that, and let's just have some fun, talk about, physical media and stuff like that. So, for example, this film right here, Perfume. My uncle gifted this to me. I'm grateful for him to do that, because I was really this sort of, fragrance guy. I was really into fragrances. Yeah, I really was. Yeah, I still sort of am, but, it was sort of like an obsession back in the days. Speaking of obsession, this guy in this film is really obsessed with perfumes, and it's a bit too much. And I'm just pretty sure I'll never watch it again, so yeah, I guess that's how it is. The Mask, on and on 4K, the new 4K version from Arrow. It's fantastic. So I don't need this, just taking up space in my shelf, that's how it is. Moonstruck. I blind bought this. It's a bit of fun, sure. It's like watching a play, like a weird sort of play in Nicolas Cage, but yeah, the thing is, I just don't think I'll ever watch it again. So my thought process is also this. Let's say I saw this film on streaming, and then I saw it in a store. Would I have picked it up? And the answer is no. So if the answer is no to that, I'm getting rid of it. Young Guns. Terrible looking Blu-ray. Ordered on the 4K, which is fantastic. So yeah, definitely don't need this. Ace Ventura double feature. I have the 4K version of the first film, Pet Detective. I never really liked When Nature Calls. I've tried it so many times because I know that some of you prefer that to the first film. I'll just never get that. I love this sort of detective vibe, like the old school detective vibe of the Pet Detective film, and just, much more fun for me. Gone Girl, this film just makes me feel dead inside. I don't think I'll ever watch it again, so just, I don't want it in my collection. It's just, no. Gone Girl, it's going. One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I have it in my Warner Brothers collection, 50 film collection, so just don't need it. The Color Purple, the same with that, in my 50 film collection from Warner Brothers. The Wolf of Wall Street. I have this I have a few versions of this actually. So one good version, I guess, is good enough, right? The Jerk. I couldn't finish this film. I don't know what to tell you. It's I guess he was just too much of a jerk, right? And again, The Wolf of Wall Street on 4K from Paramount. And I read somewhere that the color and the bitrate was better on the Arrow 4K version, and I was just so curious that I had to get it. Was it really any better? Did I see a difference? No. But, I have one definitive version now, so I guess that makes me feel better about who I am and what I'm doing in life. Let's see. Blade Runner, the final cut. I have so many versions of this. Well, two. This was, now I have two, since this one is going. I have the 4K with all of the versions, and I have a steelbook, so I just don't need this. It's just taking up space in my wonderful shelf. And the last one is Into the Night. This is a film that I should really like, and I've tried it a couple of times. There's definitely some elements of it that I like, but I just find myself drifting away a little bit and becoming a little bit bored. it's I don't know. It's almost there, but it isn't for me. So this is sort of my thought process. Like I said, I go over my collection. Do I need to own the film? Will I ever watch it again? And let's say if I watched it on streaming, would I have picked it up? Would I have been excited if I saw it in the store and picked it up? If the answers to these questions are no, then I'm getting rid of it and saving up space for something more important for my collection. And last but not least, do you already own a better version? Yes. Thanks for tuning in, guys. And if this was your first video on the channel, you might want to consider subscribing. I would really appreciate that. Until next time, remember, keep your movies close and your physical media closer.